This is In the Front Row, where you get the best views in sports. And this is episode 3 of Talk Your Shit. So I cannot wait for episode 3 because we have some special guests. We're bringing back Devaughn Cooper, and then we also have Tyler Geiman. So I'm really excited. And Asante, you take it from here. My co-host, Asante right, Smith, T-Mac.
So my first question for you, Tyler, man. TG, man. We call you TG, bro. Hey, my first question for you, bro. What's your top 3 goals for this season, man? Coming into this season, bro.
A specific order or just any order?
Any order, bro. Any order.
Any order.
Top 3, bro.
Any order. First things first, team first. I want to go to the playoffs. Have a winning record, go to the playoffs. Haven't been to the playoffs yet. I want to know what that feels like, and I believe we can do that. My second one, always do better than the last year. Break the record. You know, I finished off with 8, so I got to get 9. My goal is, ironically, 13, 12, 13 coming in, so I don't really know why, but I got close to it. But it's to break the record for sure. And then 3, just get on the draft board. Just put my name out there, be able to put my name out there, get to the NFL, potentially play professionally.
Oh, yeah. All right, man. I see you talked about basically breaking the record, bro. So talk your shit about that, man. You think I know your answer to this, but you think you could top the last season because you got 8 picks, you feel me, about 60 tackles. You have more picks than you have pass breakups, bro. You don't talk about 2 pick sixes. You know what I'm saying? So what you think you topping that, bro? You think you could give us another season?
Yeah,
2 times?
I for sure can top that because I know my level of play and I know what I do during my off season. So I'm always ready to do better. But most importantly, is just my goal is always to do better, just always progress, not to go down. So what I really want to do is just keep going, keep pushing forward, and, you know, just keeping that motto, Mamba mentality. You know, I live by that very heavily, very honorably. So, you know, I go by that.
So, yeah, so me and Coop talked about yesterday, just giving advice for me. If you was to give advice to a freshman right now, what would it be?
To a freshman, I would say don't worry about anything right now. Just understand where you're at. And if you end up being redshirted, work up from there. It happens to a lot of people. It even happened to me. I redshirted my freshman year. I didn't like it. It just ended up happening, but I'm an All-American now. So it's just time. You just got to understand that. And most importantly, just keep working on your craft. Just stay humble, working on your craft, and take it seriously. If you really care and you take it seriously, it all shows in the light. What's done in the dark shows in the light for sure.
All right, bet. So this question for both of y'all, man. So me and you, Coop, we talked yesterday about just the differences from D1, D2, D3, and all that. We basically said, you know what I'm saying? But from y'all two perspective, what do y'all think is the biggest difference from D1 and D3? Like from y'all perspective, because we all had that chance to play D1, all had the, you feel me, had them visits and stuff like that. So what do y'all feel like? Let's Coop, let me have you have your answer, and then you feel me, Tyler, let me get you answer next. You feel what I'm saying?
Honestly, I think just really the environment, as in school size. Probably the school size isn't as big in the facilities. I think talent is there, you feel me? I think they got good coaches. I think they should probably be televised more. It's probably the exposure isn't as much, you feel me? And I don't really think it's too much. I know it's talent there. I done seen it, so can't say, feel me? But yeah, I really think it's just facilities and the school size. And
if you watch the NFL draft, I'm going to chime in here. There were guys from schools I've never heard of.
Yeah.
And you know what always goes through my mind, Coop? But wait a minute, there's 10 Arizona Wildcats that I know are just as good as that guy. But then no one ever gets drafted. You know, it's always post-draft signings. But I don't know, like when you guys watch the draft, what are your thoughts? I mean, it does prove that anybody can make it.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're good.
As I was always told, if you're good, they'll find you.
if you think about it, majority of the greats are the ones that were picked up late. You got Tom Brady, you got Richard Sherman for my boy Asante, Kenny Moore. He was a free agent, highest paid slot corner, if I'm correct. So usually the people that get picked up late are the ones that end up being great. So I really feel like being drafted and all that doesn't matter. It's just more so getting into a training camp and just doing what you need to do as a whole.
Mindset.
Yeah, I mean, in the NBA, there was a study. I did the study actually with somebody of the top lottery picks. Only like 3 out of 10 like make a name for themselves. There's 7 lottery picks every season. About 6 or 7 don't make it.
That's crazy.
So it's all what the scout thinks and the relationships and all that. But when it all comes to fruition, it's what are you doing on the field? What does your film look like? And all that stuff.
Yeah, so
most importantly, it's off the field too, though, because you can't have a bad image off the field, but be good on the field.
True, very true.
Because when you playing on the big stage, it's cameras everywhere. Gotta be ready. You don't know, especially in this day and age. Somebody has a camera out, you on Instagram stories, Snapchat stories, as soon as it happens, before you even know it. Next thing you know, you got a phone call. So you just got to be ready. That's all.
Yeah.
I mean, you not only that, you got to watch your roommates. I remember 5 years ago, there was a Wildcat who did something horrific to his girlfriend, but the roommates didn't say anything. Didn't help the roommates not saying anything. Devaughn, you know who I'm talking about. That guy's in jail. So you're right. Off the field is important as well, and people remember how you make them feel when you say hello to them. So if you see a fan or fan says hi to you, they're going to remember how they felt when they met you. Did they feel ignored or did they feel appreciated? Those kind of things.
All right, yeah. TG, man. So back to the question, man. How you feel like? What you feel like is the biggest difference, D3 to Division I? What's the biggest difference for you?
So I can really speak a lot on it because I came from a Division II actually, and I've been around Division I talent and stuff for sure. I say the biggest is the talent. I'm not saying there isn't talent at the Division III, Division II level, but when you're at the Division I level, everybody's 6'3", everybody's fast, everybody's top in your head, everything. But it's like when you go in D2, D3, it's a little more limited. Now it's like, all right, it's specifically this guy's gonna get the ball every time, or they're specifically looking for him. It's just, I feel Division I, you just have a little bit more to work with, just because it's obviously what Coop said, it's just bigger schools. So it ain't nothing bad about it. And then another one is just the environment. But once again, it's just smaller schools, but they're still good because you can still make connections. That's all it is. It's just bigger connections, easier to make. So it is a difference, but there's not really a difference. It's just depending how you look at it, honestly.
I got a question for you. So you
What's
think the talent at a D3, if the same players were at like a big school D1 with the same facilities, same, you feel me, program, same eating, all that, you think, like, you know how you just said the talent isn't all the way there, like how they only go to certain people? You think everybody would develop easier if they had the type of facilities that big schools had? Or you think it'll be the same?
I say, yeah. I say it would give us more to develop because I can speak for myself. I wasn't on no meal plan or anything. I'm sure at Syracuse, y'all got a free meal plan. Y'all got people cooking food and stuff for you all. We getting done at practice at 11. I'm hungry still. We ain't got nothing, you feel me? So that's my weight right there. So that's the difference between me being a 190-pound cornerback versus me being a 180-pound cornerback. So it's just little things like that can play into it. But at the end of the day, it's up to that player, the athlete himself, to want to put in that effort to get to where he wants to be, though. Because we got the facilities and stuff, so it ain't like we can make excuses. We got an indoor facility, so I'm in there using it all the time. So that's why I'm where I'm at now, because I'm not sitting on my butt all day. But if you get what I'm saying, it would help though, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Hey, that's a great question, bro. I say yes and no, because you still got people that go to Division One. I know you see people now, Coop, that be there and still mess it off and still take it for granted, still don't practice, still don't try to show up, still, you know what I'm saying? You still gonna have people doing that. And you got that at every level, bro. You got the dogs in D3, like some D3 got more dogs than others, and that's the team that always win. Literally, the team with the most dogs always win in D3. Like, that's all it is. Like, you got, like, you gonna play like 3 or 4 teams that you see them, you're gonna smash. Like, bro, like, who are you? Like, come on, bro. Like, don't you talk mess to me. You know how I go right now. Like, you know what it is. So, like, and then you got your teams where you're gonna play them, and it's like, yeah, like, we've been waiting all year for you. Like, you might have to wait game 8, game 7 for it, but hey, we done prepare for this week. We right, let's get it. So that's how I feel it is. But
yeah, no, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say me all them 8 picks and tackles and stuff was easy, because there were a couple games where I wouldn't say I had a long day, but it was a long game for sure. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I'll give the receiver at Simpson his flowers. I was in my head a little bit that game, but I remember every time I tried to tackle him, I needed somebody to come and clean him up. Like, he was big. He was big as hell. He was just bigger than me. But that was just me getting a reality check, knowing like, yeah, all right, now coming back next year, I ain't gonna let that happen. Like, I'm gonna be able to take people out myself. Like, I don't need no help.
Sure. So my next question for both of y'all, man. What would y'all say was the hardest moment? Like, the moment that got y'all over the hump? Like, the moment that was like, like when y'all career over, you know what I'm saying? Right now, like the moment that when y'all career over, you're gonna look back and be like, yeah, that right there, that changed. That's what set that fire. It got me going. Who want to answer this one first?
I'll start.
All right.
Really, it was probably when I came to Syracuse. This is my 3rd school. I really thought it was over with. I was in a transfer portal for a long time. Schools kept playing with me. I had big schools talking to me at first and they was playing with me. I didn't really have too much time. It was getting closer to the season. Then I ended up coming here. I ended up walking on here for real. And then they ended up giving me a scholarship in a couple of weeks, like before the season even started. And I had already came late, like in the middle of fall camp. So it was just, I don't know, it was just crazy. And then I just got my hope back because I had started losing it. So I don't know, I'll probably never forget that.
I say for me, it was my first 2 years when I started school, when I was at NMU before I transferred. I was redshirt and I didn't feel like I should have been, but it is what it is. And I ended up knowing that it's all right. So when it comes around spring ball, I'm gonna have to show out there. I ended up dropping the interception, but ended up getting scored on too. So it's kind of like a so-so game, but we were also short numbers, but I still felt like I still could have contributed to the team. But then we came back my second year. I was at the bottom of the depth chart, all this. I had to work out from there. I was on scout team. Finally got brought up. I made my 2 plays, but they were good 2 plays. But I came back spring ball again, bottom of the depth chart. So I just felt like I didn't know what I was doing wrong because I did everything. I'm talking to the coach. I'm staying after working with teammates. Teammates even telling me like, look, bro, like you should be playing and stuff. But it is what it is at that moment, because at the end of the day, there's nothing I could have done. But it just hurt me because I came from being like an all-state, all-conference player straight out of high school to being nothing. So at that moment, I felt like I just couldn't do nothing and my career was almost over. But when I entered the portal, I knew all I needed was an opportunity. So fast forwarding, I got to Dubuque. I ended up having a good spring and a good fall during that little COVID season. And that was when I knew it was going to be big. And then if you really want to know, you see, I ended up being All-American my first year playing. So I just felt like right then and there was just my breakthrough of it's just time. Gotta let you know when it's time.
It's gotta feel good.
Yeah, that's hard.
Hey.
Something like that.
That was inspirational, bro. Like tears, bro. I'm like, man. And I say my biggest moment was like coming to the Butte, you know what I'm saying? Like being injured, have one hand, not being able to practice, not being able to do nothing for the first 3 months, being away from LA, not knowing nobody. Cause like I think like TG was the only person I talked to for like 3 months. Like it was nobody else I had any contact with, like party with, no nothing. Like, TG was the only person I talked to for 3 months. And most of the time that was just like football interactions and stuff like that. So when I came in 2020 and it was COVID season. So COVID season, we practiced like, I think it was like 120 times straight, no breaks. Oh, like weight room, 6 in the morning. And if you got 6 in the morning or you had that 325 weight room, bro. And that was that. And class, it was nothing else. 120 days straight, no nothing. We every day you wake up, it's just that. It was no talking, no female, no nothing, because everybody was separate. All the soccer, the female soccer, only sports was on campus. It was only sports on campus. Nobody else was on campus. It was only sports. So, and everybody had to stay in a bubble. Like how the NBA had the NBA bubble. That's the best picture I could give. That's really how it was at our school. We had a whole bubble. Like soccer team had to stay with the soccer team. Football team had to stay with the football team. Nobody integrated. Food, literally, it was just football. Like basketball, just eating with basketball. Like nobody for like 120 practices. And it was just like mind-boggling because I'm already like not practicing and then I'm dealing with just that, you know what I'm saying? Just dealing with that and not being able to do it. Like, you feel me? Because they practicing and you feel me? And they still tripping out, you know? So mind you, I'm from LA, so it's already nothing to do. I'm already in the room. You feel what I'm saying? I can't really play the game like that because I got one hand. I'm walking around. People think I'm retarded and stuff. Like, literally, people ask me, like, bro, like, I didn't know. I thought you was kind of slow because you walked in here like with your hand hanging, like, you know what I'm saying? So I couldn't brush my hair. I had trouble brushing my teeth, couldn't write. I had to have people taking notes. Like if I wasn't a person like that knew how to talk or use my lingo, like I don't know how I would have got to the class. Cause I had to talk to her. Like I had a girl, like she was sitting next to me and she just kept looking at me like, cause I'm like struggling with my notes, but I'm like, bro, I gotta take some notes. I gotta do something. I can't just be here failing. So she was looking at me. She was like, you want me to help you? I'm like, yeah, like it'd be great. You just staring at me now. Like, can you help me? So that was just one of the experience because it's like although I didn't get to play like as much as I wanted to, it was like I excelled in everything, like communication, everything, like life, everything, just connecting with you, Miss Shireen. Like that was life changing. Like talk your shit was life changing because when I went back out there, it was like it just gave people a different mindset because it was like, man, you got a whole website and stuff. Why you don't talk about this stuff all the time? You know what I'm saying? Why you don't talk about this? Like you should be telling people, you should be like bragging about this type of stuff. Like we don't get to see stuff like this all the time. So it was just like, it made me take everything, like stop taking stuff for granted. Like Coop had talked about, like I was even taking stuff for granted just where I was at. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just being JUCO and stuff like that. Cause it was just like, I felt like I just worked so hard for everything because it was like nothing. Like I've never had no scholarship, no nothing. I had talked to I talked to a bunch of D1s, but they never gave me an offer because there was no film or no exposure. Like I was one of them kids that I played all the positions, had all the accolades, Snoop Dogg, all that stuff, Snoop Dogg, all conference, MVP trophies, all that type stuff. But I just never had film, no exposure. So everything I had to like how Coop had to message all the coaches, like I had to do the same thing. And they like,
and that comes with money and privilege, right?
Man, exactly.
Which I've seen.
Yeah,
and that's one of the reasons I want to get involved because I want to give everybody exposure. We need to come up with an affirmation that everybody uses from our show. I am famous. I am worthy. I'm the best athlete. Whatever it is, we need to come up with something fun.
Yeah.
The talk your shit affirmation. Say it with me. My friend, he has Evolving. It's called Evolving. He actually is an actor now. He was a basketball player. Then he was LeBron in a commercial, and now he's acting. And he just kept pushing forward. I'm an actor. I'm a this. You never know what's going to happen. But yeah, let's get some kind of affirmation going because that's what you guys are doing. You're affirming that you're going in the right direction. And I believe all three of you are going in the right direction.
For sure.
For sure. I feel that. I believe that. it's crazy because like months from now, all of us have great seasons, and we come back on the podcast and just talk about it. Be the craziest conversation. You know, so I'll be talking about this again. Just like it'll be a crazy full circle moment, man. So
I want the inside story. So when you're a freshman and you don't know anybody and you walk into the locker room, what's some advice you would give the freshmen to get to know people? So let's say there's a group of guys, they've got their music going and they're dancing and they're getting along. How would a freshman approach that group if they see them having fun and want to get involved? It's like, is there a pecking order? Are you not allowed to go up to that group? Do you pull one person aside, say, I'd really like to get to know you guys? Like, I'm talking from my age and my background. I want to know from your background and your experience, what works best for a freshman. I don't think anybody ever talks about that, first day in the locker room. What's that like? And what advice would you give?
Mr. Gender himself. Go ahead, my boy.
I think it depends on the person, not everybody is sociable. Not everybody like even talking to people like that. But if it was me, I'm gonna just say, what's up with y'all, and if I just go off their response, if they're inviting, then hey, I got some cool people I could mess with. If they look at me weird, try to, dust me off, then I know I can't mess with them. That's really it.
Yeah. How about you, T-Mac?
Me, shoot, I would just say it just depends on the person. Like he said too, it just depends. Like, because if you're a person that want to be sociable, I'll just say find your role, like find your people, find who you like mess with naturally. Like, don't force it. Like, just be yourself, and you're gonna naturally find somebody that mess with you throughout practice, throughout anything. You know what I'm saying? You just talk, just say something funny in practice. Somebody be like, "Hey, what's good? Like, what's good with you after practice?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't really too much to it. Like, don't do too much. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Try to be outside yourself. If you gotta go outside to the nature, you feel me? Try to be somebody you're not. That's not who you gotta be. Like, just be yourself. You feel me? You're gonna find your crowd. You're gonna find your people. Everything gonna come together.
I mean, would you, like in the working world, what I would do sometimes is say I was going to go off and get a coffee. Now I'm an executive at Live Nation, but I'm not below getting my staff a coffee. So as I'm walking out, I ask who wants a coffee, and they're like, "Oh my God, she's going to get me a coffee." I'm going to have to take that out. Quiet. I have to take that out.
Edit that.
Quiet. But is any of that like?
I mean, I can speak if you need me to hold it off.
You know what I mean, though? Like, is there anything that they can? What if they're an introvert, but they've got a car and they're going off to get some lunch? Do you have offers? People you don't know, would you offer them, "Hey, I'm going to go to lunch. Anybody want to go? Or can I bring you something back?" Or is that just too much?
So
that's not doing too much.
For that. Go ahead, answer
so
that.
you're speaking to the exact person. So luckily at Northern Michigan, I knew people there already. So I kind of had like a friendship group with people there already. So I kind of fit in automatically, and I just formed stuff from there. But I'm not really a person that talks a lot. If you really know me, I'm more so if you speak to me, I'll speak back. But I usually try making friends with the ones that usually aren't as much as outgoing. Like, they stick to themselves too, because I'm an outgoing person within myself. So I'll use my own personality to bring theirs out. So then we'll usually end up just working something out, and we end up making just a big group of friends. Because I mean, if you're playing on the field, the court, wherever, you already got those people on the field or the court, wherever you're at. Them are automatically your friends. You know them because you're playing with them. It's really most importantly the people outside of that. So the people that aren't playing as much, the people that are on the sidelines, but them people are just as important than the ones that are actually playing. So I usually try making friends with the ones that aren't usually playing as much, because they're the most important, even though they might not know it.
That's good. Great responses. Have you ever had a coach, all three of you, have you ever had a coach that actually understood that he had to get everybody talking to get the chemistry going on the team, and did things so that everybody got to know everybody on the team and build chemistry. I'm always worried. I'm always not worried, but I'm always wondering about that because, you know, I don't play football, but I always think that when I coached little girls playing basketball, that's what I did. I made sure we met at a restaurant and we got to know each other and we played a lot better together. So have you had any experiences with coaches doing that kind of stuff?
It depends your system, honestly. It depends just the program. It's different everywhere. Some coaches might do it differently. For the teams that I've been on, we haven't really done like team bonding stuff as a whole because it's such a big team. When you're on a football team, it's 150, 110 guys on the roster. Mm-hmm. So sometimes what coaches usually do is just have pizza parties within their position group. So they make friends with the people in their position group. And then when you guys are in the locker room, you can just expand through there. Because when you're in the locker room, they kind of split you up too a little bit so you can talk to others. But usually there's just positional meetings and stuff like that with us. Like we'll have pizza parties, watch a game together, have dinner at the coach's house or something.
What about you, Devaughn?
I say yeah. Like I said, I've been in 3 schools. Each school, they've done like little bonding things. Arizona, they hired a little program ran by like ex-military, and we all had to go do some crazy workouts and then trust exercises. We went in the pool.
I was going to say, did you have some kind of Olympics after summer or something like that, where you guys competed with belly flops and stuff like that?
You know, some crazy stuff. I remember I can't really swim, so I was scared to get in the pool. I had to trust my teammates and stuff. So that's the biggest thing I got from that. And then at UTEP, we did little things like Top Golf. You know what that is, Top Golf? Yeah, we did team Top Golf for team bonding. And then position meetings, we'll probably go out as a position group, like go out to eat dinner or something one night just so we could all get tight in the same room. And here too, at the end of the season, well, it was I think around Thanksgiving, our coaches kind of cooked at their houses and invited players to come and stuff like that. Players got to come, talk, chill, eat, get to know each other. That happened actually before the season too. Everybody got to go to the head coach's house. They had catering and yeah.
Now you're gonna have a new head coach.
Oh.
Didn't you say you're having a new coaching staff there at Syracuse?
Oh, nah, we got a new offensive coordinator.
Just offensive coordinator. Okay, sorry.
We got a couple new coaches. We got an offensive coordinator. We got new receiver coaches, new special teams coach. We got a couple new coaches, and we had some coaching change within the staff already.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
How about you, T-Mac?
For me, I done had some lit coaches in my career. So I done had some lit coaches and I had some coaches I don't care. Like, for one, the coach kind of like the head coach. It really depends on the head coach because you can have some lit like position coach and the head coach be like old and like, you know what I'm saying, by the book, like don't wear no gear, like, you know what I'm saying, don't put this on, like don't listen to no music at practice. And like that season gonna be probably a long season, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't gonna probably be as fun as like
music.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? You had that, like our coach
Hey, we had zero music in the weight room because we didn't win games. We had to win games.
Weight room? The weight room. I need it. Come on, I gotta get in my zone.
Yeah, you got to. So it depends, man. I had young coaches that was full of energy that we did all type of stuff together, barbecues, and then had to do it with a team. Like we had team meetings and stuff like that. It just really depends on the team too. Like you can have bad coaches and like the team come together and be like have a bunch of leaders and like the team throw stuff like you
against the coach.
Huh? Not even against the coach.
The team comes together against the coach.
It's not. It don't even be against the coach. It just be natural. Like it just be natural. Like, you feel me?
Oh,
We all gotta deal with them. So shoot, we gonna come together on like, you feel me? Like, yeah, it ain't even against them. Like, we just might watch film so more often because like, all right, this coach kind of, you feel me, on the like outside. So it's like we gonna watch film together on our own and get together and do stuff like that together, and it just build camaraderie like that. So you can have that and it'll work. And then unfortunately the coach take all the credit for it, but hey,
that in life. Yeah. Unless you're the boss.
Do a lot of y'all teammates live like in the same like area, vicinity?
I was gonna say that. Don't they match you up with roommates in the first year at least?
Yeah, usually they try to put everybody together because fall sports are usually the first on campus, so it's just easier to put everybody in just one room versus just having one person in a three bedroom apartment with nobody there yet. It just didn't make sense. So they just try to fill up rooms and stuff with everybody in the same sport.
Yeah, it's interesting. I know at the U of A, they used to put the athletes in the worst dorms, but then they started realizing it was good. So they picked the brand new dorm and they put all the athletes in the good dorm.
Like this hall. I remember, like,
had a baby grand piano in the lobby.
Mm-hmm. They even had classes in our dorm.
Oh my goodness. So things are getting better for the athlete little by little.
Yeah, it's crazy over there now though.
How did you feel about that answer? She said the athletes got the worst room. I seen you reacted like,
nah, it was good.
Well, no, they used to be in the football stadium has dorms.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking way back.
Yeah. There.
But Lycan, they put all the athletes in Lycan, right?
He said I was near when that happened.
No, he was in Lycan. Weren't you in Lycan?
Yeah, I was in Lycan. I've been in the one you're talking about though. It's small, like
I couldn't afford to put my kid in that dorm. I'm sorry, you can only go to these. They had to pick from the other dorms.
But that was before they even built Lycan, huh? Or it was Lycan
one of them, but the other one could have gotten in, but it was too expensive for us. So anyway, so you have any more questions, T-Mac? Anything to wrap up this episode?
Oh, I got something to wrap up the episode with.
There is some news if you're a Ram fan.
What?
Cooper Kupp signed up for 3 more years. Whoop whoop.
And Aaron Donald
just came through.
Hey, what they give Cooper? 80?
80.
I don't know what they gave him, but his
80 ball.
Years.
They gave him 80.
All I'm gonna say
80 mil. 3 years, 80 mil.
And we got Aaron Donald back.
That defensive and corner money looking real nice right now.
Now I'm talking about.
Shout out to the Rams for that too.
Yeah, and he was, speaking of which, he was drafted 69th in 2017.
T-Mac, when have I ever lied?
Yeah, let's get that.
Always the late picks that be eating, bro.
They be hungry.
Hungry.
Hey, honey badger.
It's something about not getting that extra $2 million when you get drafted in the first round. You feel me? It's something about not getting that extra $2 million when you get drafted.
That first round is
He didn't get it, but he got it now, man. He got it now. And here's the other thing: there's less pressure on you, I think.
Yeah. True. Unless you tell me.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I think. I don't know if there's less pressure.
Yeah, you guys
are the athletes.
First round, they in their head, you gotta, produce
on me. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. You darn there for sure get through camp over everybody. You already in camp, so you gotta produce once you get that first round. They gotta.
Also, we got the USFL. Looks like a pretty. I hope it sticks because it looks fun. I'm having fun watching it.
Yeah, I know a lot of people in that. It do look cool.
It is. I mean, some really good players. I mean, Scooby Wright's making a name for himself.
Oh yeah,
out there. He's crazy. He can be himself. He doesn't have to worry about not being Scooby. So he's out there with all his tats, being Scooby that he is. Crazy. Perfect.
So the question I want to have to wrap off the show for is, Is like the NFL the only option for y'all, or would y'all choose like would y'all go Canadian League, XFL, USFL, like she just talked about? Would y'all go play in any other league, or if it was a new league that wanted to offer you, give you some talk with that money, would y'all take the opportunity?
There's a league in Sweden, by the way. The world is waking up to football.
Oh yeah, for sure. I actually know a couple of people. One of my homies, he playing, and if I'm correct, he's playing in France. But I know he's playing overseas for sure. Then I know another one. He's playing in Germany. But to answer your question, I say yeah. I say the NFL is just the first goal because obviously we grew up in America. We're from America. It's the biggest stage for football that we know. So that's always the goal. But if Canadian, USFL, anybody else came with the opportunity, then yeah, I'm gonna take it because you can still make it to the NFL from those leagues. It's just not thought of, but you can still do it. You just got to be good enough for it. You got to bring that attention. So it ain't nothing wrong with it. It's just if you really love the sport, you'll do it for real.
What about you, Coop?
I agree. It's all about if you really love the sport. NFL, that is the dream, But I feel like I'll go with whatever is the best opportunity for me.
I got that. I'm with y'all on both of y'all. I agree with you, both of y'all. That's for me too. I think XFL, USFL, that money talk, I'm in there. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Hey, me, that's it. Hey, that check right, we in there. You feel me? Yeah, strap it up. You feel me?
Go
T-Mac,
see the
in that
world.
Yeah.
Can I ask me a question?
Yeah.
Since talking about money, I got a question for my boy Coop. Since time is money too. About this Timex.
Oh yeah.
So tell me about that. How'd you go about that? How'd that happen? Because Timex is a known company. It's a big company. So I just want to know how you went about that, since NIL is something that's big right now.
Well, I'm still kind of new to it, everybody want to do it. I even try to DM some companies, But this one actually is a little marketing agency called Out to Win, and it's people from Syracuse. They actually go here, and they just hit me up. I was talking to them, built a little relationship. They really cool people for me. And then they asked if I'd be interested in it. They told me about it. They told me what I had to do, and then asked if I'd like to do it. I'm like, for sure. And then they just got me connected, and that happened like that. And so I'm just very thankful, that it happened out of nowhere. If I would have never talked to them, never met them, feel me, then that would have never happened.
Network.
So now you have a deal with them because now you're helping that marketing company.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Working.
Like I didn't sign nothing.
I know, but
I'm just saying that was just like friends. Like I don't know. I just built a relationship with them. For me, I talk to them on a regular. They kind of tell me more information about like NIL stuff because I don't really know too much about it for real. And it's more to it than what you think. For me. So yeah, they just give me hit for real.
So did you get the plain Jane or you just got the regular John?
I just got the little gold little thing I had in the ad.
It matched the chain?
For sure.
For sure.
I usually I ain't got my chains right now. I usually got the Cubans on me, but not right now.
Never mind. Too much. TMI. I ain't in your tax bracket.
It's
man. All right, I want the positive. I am in your tax bracket.
Yeah, see?
I have to change your lingo.
Get on the mission. Get on.
Change the vocabulary there.
I got an extended vocabulary. It's there.
Yeah.
No, it's a saying. When you change your vocabulary, it's just changing the way you say something. I've been working on it myself, so I'm not saying I'm the expert. I'm just you call me out if you hear me, call me out too.
All right. So since we talk about affirmations, right? So when y'all go to the league, what's that first whip looking like? What that first whip looking like? Hey, who wanna go first? What that first whip looking like?
First, let me see what you talking about.
Yeah, you talking about me? You talking about me? What's the first whip? Hey,
go first. Let me see.
I ain't gonna cap. Like just on something like I just want it and it's easy to get. I want a G-Wagon, bro. I just want it. It's easy. Honey, hey, I want it. Hey, I just want it. It's because I want it, bro. That's what I want.
Business
you know
card.
What I'm saying? Easy.
You got you get that when you got a company.
Hey, easy. I just want it, bro.
We got a company.
Yeah.
You get that when you got a company.
Hey, what you going with, Coop? What you going with, Coop?
It's not gonna be what you expect.
Hey,
Maybach?
He said
that's
it's
what we
gonna be
need. That's what the people
it's gonna be a
Maybach?
Volkswagen Beetle.
I'm gonna just get something regular for real. I'm gonna just get a Honda Accord or a Honda.
Really?
Brand new though, brand new.
And all your money's gonna go where? Into real estate or mutual funds or what?
Something. You know, I already got a nice car right now. I don't even need,
Yeah, he already doing it. Look, talk your stuff there.
Not even like that. Not even like that. Not even like that. You know, I got degrees.
He said
You
a
know, I got
Honda
credits,
Accord.
you know.
He is capping.
Come on now. But nah,
You signed for 20 mil. You getting a Honda Accord, boy? You are lying.
20 mil, I get a Tesla then.
Okay.
Coop is hooded. By the way, you guys, Coop is hooded. You know what that means?
Man, you don't get that much first off. Well, first round, I feel, but
first round 30. 30 ball.
You can put a deposit on a lease. I lease cars.
Nah, I don't want to do
that. Hey, TJ, what is gonna be? What car it is? You already got the Lexus. Since you talking about cars, you already got the Lexus.
You had a 10. You had a 10. Bring it to an 8. I say it depends on what the check look like, honestly, because I ain't finna get nothing outside of my budget.
Exactly.
But I'll tell you for sure. I need 3 cars. I need 3 cars for sure. Cause I gotta have my toy. That's gonna be a supercharged joint. That's gonna be like a track hawk or something. Gotta have the toy. The other car is gonna be like the family car, let the wife drive it, let the kid for the kids and stuff. And then the other car, just to have, that'd probably be like an AMG, Porsche Panamera or something.
What kind of car is the family car though? With like what kind of
the family? I ain't gonna lie. I really play it smart and get an SRT to wrangle for the family joint.
Yeah, okay. Somehow you was gonna come somehow.
Hey, W.
I'll make it work.
W.
You keeping the car you got now though, or nah?
I mean, it's getting a little old. Honestly, I'll engine swap this car though if I get the money for it for sure.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, a car is really just an engine. The outer part is whatever you want it to be, in all honesty.
I feel that.
Cause you can take an engine out of the car and put a new one in. That's a brand new car for real.
Where are you at?
They give me that Jalen Ramsey money. I'm going straight for the Maybach. You know what I'm saying?
Jalen Ramsey money?
Hey, no. That's what I said. That's what I want. A Maybach.
I'm going straight for that Maybach. You know what I'm talking about? Going straight for it. Or that Phantom.
Them cars for people to drive you around. I don't want to get driven around.
Exactly.
Shiny or matte
straight
paint?
To the game. On me.
Shiny or matte
10 years, same whip, same Rolls Royce. Drive today know it's me. They
Yeah. I really want a little Honda. I need something good on gas. Y'all tripping, gas crazy.
Gas don't matter when you in the league, bro.
See. I always heard growing up, you go to the NFL, you're gonna be broke. That's what they said. NFL,
you're gonna want to keep up with your neighbors though, and have that. So everybody around me has solar panels, and they all have electric cars. I'm so behind.
Yeah, I need a little hybrid.
Talking about hybrid.
Little hybrid.
Man, you are a capper.
Hey, he humble, man. Hey, our boy took the humble.
At least I'm gonna have multiple cars too, though. I'm gonna keep it 100. But
Yeah, I
one
know
of them,
you ain't getting no Honda. No
I
Honda.
am. I
No.
am. That's gonna be
He
one
is
of them
gonna-
for
he
sure.
really do it though.
But you finna go get a supercharged car somewhere. You finna get something.
I want that scat for sure too. I need the scat.
Y'all can keep the scat.
I need the scat.
Yeah, I don't really like. I mean, Charger's cool. Don't get me wrong. I love.
Everybody got
Chargers.
them.
I had one, but I really grow up where we, foreign cars. We really like. I ain't gonna lie, Chargers ain't really foreign. I don't think.
They don't excite him.
They cool though. Nah, they cool. You feel me? With me.
Really? Hey, so if y'all had a dream vacation, right? Y'all got that check. Y'all had a dream vacation. Got the family with too. You know what I mean? Where y'all going?
The Maldives.
Where you going, GG? Where you going?
Dubai.
Bro, I'm with you. We going too. I'm going too. We out there. I'm in there. Dubai.
Culture change.
Hey, Dubai. I'm in there.
Y'all,
Culture
What'd you say?
change.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, y'all go to Dubai before y'all get that much. Dubai don't cost all as much. Y'all. I mean, Dubai costs a lot, but feel me? Y'all gotta go far.
Oh, what for?
I do it all. I just travel.
What you
I go
talking?
to
What you talking?
Ibiza.
What you
I go to
talking?
Belize.
Would y'all go to Antarctica just to visit?
No, I'm not a cold guy.
Hey,
No,
that's a good question though.
no.
Iceland is a
No.
very popular place to go these days. Iceland.
I'll go there. Bro, it gotta
I'm
be
not going.
documented
I'm not
and
visiting nowhere that
recorded
got
and
snow.
investing in that trip.
Iceland not cold.
I'm saying in general though.
Oh, wait, it's cold. Iceland? No, that's green.
Nah, it was opposite.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think it's Greenland that's cold.
For sure.
See,
I
y'all
smarter than the fifth grader.
What passport y'all on? You should y'all only on my second on third. Which one y'all on? Suit? Y'all travel all these.
I got a passport. It ain't even been used yet.
I never been out of the country, bro.
Man.
Hey, I ain't gonna cap. I've only been to Belize, couple times, and that's pretty much first. I've been out the country, Belize, but it was a crazy experience just because like when you go out there, it's a third world country, so like Jordan's out there is crazy, like a band, $1,500, like slippers, like Nike slippers, that's $100 for them. So like if we go out there and take some Nike slippers. Like every time I go to Belize, I'm flipping because I'll take some Nike slippers, sell it to them for like $10, $20, man. Selling out. Oh, that's the best thing they done seen. Now the whole block walking on.
Don't be taking advantage of them kids, man.
Hey, no, ain't no taking advantage. I'm from there. That's my people. Ain't no taking advantage. That's my people. You know what I'm saying? My person certificate said Belizean American. Hey,
you better give back to the people.
I do, but it's just like, you feel me? You're gonna be out
at
there
a reasonable rate.
Like if you go out Belize right now, bro, and you go to like Belize City, Belize, bro, and you wear something, you don't even gotta wear no like drip or nothing like that. Like Coop, you, they gonna love you. They gonna love you.
Oh,
hey, you wear one of them little, you feel me? You pop out one of them outfits with the jury on. I'm telling you, bro, they're gonna think you somebody. They gonna be like, hey. Then they're gonna see that Instagram, bro. It's a wrap. You're gonna have about like 20 kids walking with you wherever you go. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have about like 20 kids walking with you wherever you go.
That's how you know you made it, bro. When you in a different country and you got the kids following you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's how you know you made it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna care. That'd be lit. Or autograph, somebody come up to you for autograph or something like that. Me, because somebody just walked up to me and told me I was Michael Thomas, asked me if I was Michael Thomas, bro. I thought that was wild. I thought that was so funny, bro.
Just go with it. When someone thinks you're somebody, just go with it.
No,
no, that's what I'm saying. No.
You know how many people get me and T-Mac confused? That really goes back to that locker room talk, though. Because people get me and T-Mac confused all the time. And like people come up to me and be like, didn't I just hang out with you yesterday? And I'll be like, no, that was T-Mac.
Like, yeah.
You're two of a kind?
Yeah, even his parents got us mixed up. I hit the corner. Hey, TG. Oh, no, that's T-Mac. All right, where TG at? Hey, he upstairs. Hey, it's just crazy. Like, they get us mixed up all the time. but TT just joke about it. He hit him with a joke, and it'd be funny. Like I ain't gonna cap. He hit somebody with a joke before, and it just had them like stuck. Like don't know what to say. Like yeah, like got you. Like okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Okay, what's our final thoughts?
I need some gander gear.
Yeah,
Gander gear.
get that HTR too. Get that gander. You know what I'm talking about? Hey,
And
check
then
us
Is
out.
it ITR?
HTR.
ATR.
HTR. Yep. Hard to reach. You know what I'm saying? So
Hard
hey,
to reach.
talk y'all shit, man. What's next, man? Drop y'all Instagram. Tell me on Instagram. Tell them what to follow y'all. Tell them what to check y'all out on, man. Talk y'all shit, man. Go ahead.
Y'all we ain't got an editor. We ain't got an editor for the Instagram handles.
We do. We do. Just an announcement. We have 2 social media marketing managers, and we have an assistant who's going to be helping out, Kaylin. So we are staffed up.
Locked and loaded. Yeah.
You're one of them, Tyler.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Right? You're working
Yeah.
on that research right now.
Of course.
Any
Always gotta
ideas
look-
you
always
guys
gotta
come
research
up
the
with?
competition.
Anything you guys want to come up with that you think we should do or interview somebody, send them our way.
Sure.
Right? And
Definitely.
subscribe below.
I got a freshman right here with me. He's an early enrollee. This is his first
Ooh.
year in college. I'm gonna, set y'all up with him
Yeah, let's do that.
for sure.
Hey,
Okay.
let's do it.
First semester in college, last semester was, feel me? He's supposed to be in high school. He just went back, graduated, did prom and all that.
Fun.
Yeah, that's lit. Let's do that. Let's do that for sure.
Okay. So
Been balling too. Spring, he got 2 picks in spring ball. He supposed to be playing in high school, Yeah.
Oh yeah, he locked in.
Yeah, you feel me?
He locked in.
He locked in for sure.
Yeah,
know.
he locked in.
You know
he
how
got
they
2
feel.
picks spring, but he locked in coming back.
You know how they feel about them freshmen, boy. Yeah, freshmen pride and joy.
Oh yeah. Another message to all the freshmen, defensive back DBs at Cedars. Coaches do not care about pass breakups. Anybody can get them. Get interceptions. That's what gets you at the top of that depth chart.
Ooh, I saw some orange floating around your head there.
Oh yeah, this is my boy. He right here. I don't know if it's gonna show him though. Let me see.
He has to get closer.
It's my boy.
There we go. More orange.
Good, man. Hey, introduce yourself, man. Talk your shit, man. Drop your. Tell them how to follow you, bro. Contact with you.
I want to do my own episode, man.
He wants
All
his
right,
own episode.
man. Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
For sure.
All right, it's a wrap. Episode 3. Thank you, TG and Coop, for joining us, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. It's always a pleasure doing this.